Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. It is on this note I welcome you to another beautiful episode of Sports Update here on Remo TV. I am Ogunleye Pelumi, and today on the show I have with me Kehinde Fayemi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. After a long sabbatical leave.
A long sabbatical leave indeed.
Yeah, a long sabbatical leave.
And how do you feel about your last defeat to Atalanta, 2-0?
I didn't expect to talk about that because it's a shame.
Are you joking? A shame. You're a Liverpool fan, actually.
A shame on Liverpool because they defeated us at home. That's home defeat, and it's something so sad to hear. When you see the likes of Alisson, Salah, Mane, and they still defeat Liverpool 2-0.
Well, that is your own take on that, possibly because you're a Liverpool fan. But I would say maybe you guys have dropped from that pedestal you used to be, and I think it's high time you work on yourself. Do you understand? That is just my own take.
It's not really that we've dropped, but it's just because we have many injury uptake, and we have 7 players that are injured, and they still need to work on bringing in some little lads like that, and they are not proving themselves yet. All right,
Kehinde, before we talk more about that, let us look at the issue happening in the world of sport presently. Talking about the death of Diego Armando Maradona. That is a big loss to the world of sport. And personally, I feel so sad about it. Because this man has given his all, not just to the world of football, but to the world of sport generally. What do you feel about that?
See, Diego Armando Maradona is a legend. And he's done a lot for Argentina. He's done a lot for the world sports in general. Not even to talk about sports alone, tennis, basketball, boxing. A lot of things that he has done, and he's really helped Argentina up. That's why I will call him a legend. And it's so sad to hear his death.
He died at the age of 60. A lot of football fans believe that he still has a whole lot to offer to the world of football. They believe 60 years should be an avenue whereby he begins to enjoy the good works he had done in the past. Not putting out or disputing the fact that this guy has brought up a whole lot of youngsters in the Argentine national team. His first team, which happens to be the Argentinos Junior, before he moved to Boca Juniors, he was so wonderful. Do you think someone like Maradona can still come?
Well, someone like Maradona is going to be rare to find now. Even when you see Messi, try to come up okay, I would like to be Maradona in the near future. So I'm not saying now, but he's not. I don't think Messi can achieve even the half of what Diego Maradona has achieved. And even Diego Maradona is someone who he doesn't relent. He has this zeal to do things. Even while he was still at old age, he's still no, let me do this. I can still do this. He can still run. He can still do so many things. So, which I know, Messi getting to that age of 50, Messi was let me just relax. But I think we've not seen anybody yet that can replace what Diego did.
All right, most of us football fans, we believe arguably that Messi is at the same level Diego Maradona is. But really, after the death of Maradona was announced on Wednesday, Messi came out to say, as much as he would love to be paired alongside with Diego Maradona, he would say it openly that he is nowhere close to what Diego Maradona has achieved.
Yes, it's true.
And Maradona is not gone because Diego is eternal.
Of course.
That was what Lionel Messi said.
Of course.
And that is a big tribute from a big man like Messi.
Honestly.
So one thing I would say is, may the soul of Diego Maradona continue to rest in peace.
I would rather say maybe we have a minute silence for that.
Oh, really? Apparently, that would be right to do. Away from the issue of Diego Maradona, few days ago, we got the news of the CAF president talking about Ahmad banned for 5 years from all football activities by FIFA due to corruption and some financial mismanagement.
Yes.
What would you have to say about that? Do you think this is a step forward in the African football, or this would deter the impact African football would have in the world governing football body?
No, what I would say about CAF is that, this kind of decision made by FIFA, to me, is a nice one. I like it because they've not been managing the fund very well, fine, and they've not been acting well, even in the world of sport, in the world of football. Like Africans, you've not been seeing them much competitive like that, and I think trying to do this will reshape the CAF itself. Maybe if they can get someone who's, let me say, capable, eligible to undo the situation of CAF right away, I think things will get better a bit.
Kehinde, I would really want to pick you by your words. Remember before we came into the studio, you said something like it would be advisable for FIFA body to give us someone who is not an African.
Yes.
That this would rather reshape the African football body rather than we picking an African to sit in the position. Because you said if we should pick an African, he would be first intimidated and his decisions would be impaired by other African governing bodies.
Yes.
Would you like to buttress more?
Yeah, I said it when we were just discussing out there. But what I think is bringing in a strange mind will reshape things. That's my own thought, because I believe when you have someone that has not been within you, for you to manipulate such person it will be so difficult. So, and if that person is someone who can stand on their own, say whatever they want to say, and say this is my decision and that's the final, I'm telling you, things will go well in CAF.
Well, Kehinde, remember one thing FIFA has always tried to avoid is one-time imposition. They would not want the African body to think or feel they are trying to impose a personality on us. Which is why I would rather suggest we call ourselves together in the African football. We understand what football is all about. We understand what management is all about. We understand what financial transparency is all about. Then we can have a football body ready to drive the African football to where it is supposed to be.
To my own knowledge, I believe Africans, like I said, Africans. Not that we don't have these managerial talents like that, but we have them. But our problem here is just that when you see someone that is my blood, we are from the same blood, you can manipulate such person. You can tell the person in managing this before you came in, and you can't just come in and start telling us that this is the way we want to do this. So that's why I said when a neutral body comes in, FIFA gave us someone. And I'm telling you, if there's anything being like they want to manipulate such person, the person will rather I will report it to FIFA.
I see.
And after doing that, they will not want them to be banned again.
I see.
So they will seek caution and say, okay, whatever is right, let's do.
So one thing you're saying for sure is in the African football body, we should try as much as possible to manage selective amnesia.
Yeah.
Talk about selective amnesia. That is when you pick someone because of you feel the person is from your hand. Oh, I see. Well, I hope we would get things right.
Yeah.
And the African football body would get to that place we've always wanted to be. Yeah. We want to compete with European bodies and all. We don't just want to be called Africans because we do things the way it ought not to be. And I promise you very soon we'll be there. So they need you, they need me and everybody to make this work happen.
Yes.
All right, away from the news coming from the world of CAF, there's a good news coming from the world of tennis, which is the Madrid Open has been extended to 2 weeks. What do you have to say about it? Do you think this is a push in the world of tennis?
Yeah, to me, it's a push in the world of tennis because, you know, when we have a week, we have the likes of the legends, the elite ones that want playing, and when it is being extended to 2 weeks, it makes more competitive. It makes it more competitive, and you see many people coming up, try to bring up their talent. That this is what I can do, and this, you're talking about the Federer and all that. We have young talents that can even defeat them. So, but when the time frame is too short, so they can't showcase themselves. But I think that will make them showcase themselves.
All right. We hope this lasts actually. Moving straight to the world of boxing, there's a big bout coming on this weekend. We are talking about the bout between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. What do you feel about this? I'm sure you're excited.
I'm excited really, but not that excited.
Why?
In the sense that, I believe Mike Tyson is a great fighter.
Sure he is, no doubt.
And Mike Tyson coming up fight again, to me, it sounds like the guy needs money. So, and to me, he needs to box up himself and try to bring up his own financial stability. Yeah, and I believe Mike Tyson coming up, start fighting, I think he needs money. That's my own opinion.
So are you saying Mike Tyson is coming out again because he has gone bankrupt?
Yes, I would say that.
I see. Remember, there is a big news coming out that came out about a few months ago, saying Floyd Mayweather is also trying to come out for another bout. So are you saying Mayweather trying to come out again is as a result of him going bankrupt?
No.
Okay.
Mayweather is different from Mike Tyson.
Why?
No, Mike Tyson has been a long fighter and he has retired long time ago. And for him coming back again, you should know something about that. So it's not easy for someone to retire and you coming back again. So you should know that something lured him back. So, and there are some times that he was being jailed and he was being fired to court, going from one court to another, applying for lawyers like that. All these ones are money, not just free. So he has spent a lot of his money and he needs to regain back what he lost. So
all right.
He needs to come back on
corroborating what Ken just said. So he said he would be donating to charity. That is fine. He's coming out for the financial gain or what have you. But the purpose is he wants to give out to the society. He wants to give to charity. He understands the principle of humanity. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's just from my view. Though he is a fighter that has been for a very, very long time and coming out surprised a whole lot of us. And he's also planning to fight Anthony Joshua. So this could be like a rehearsal fight. And one good news about this is a few days ago, while he was rehearsing with his sparring partner, he knocked out his teeth.
That could be a mistake.
Oh, mistake, I see. And I just wish Jones Jr. all the best. Because when you see Mike Tyson doing his tactical rehearsal and everything, you would know this man is world class. And you can't just dispute that fact that this man is still good in the ring. So I can't wait to just watch the battle.
Actually, I can't wait because I know it won't last 3 rounds.
Are you sure?
Not very sure.
Alright then. Let's wait for Saturday to watch the game then. Then we would come back and I will tell you this is what you said.
Okay, you say I know I said it won't last 3 rounds.
Okay, exactly then. Away from that, we're going to do our personality of the week. And our personality of the week for this episode is Sania Mirza. She's an Indian professional tennis player born November 15, 1986. She's well known for her singles and her doubles, and right from her beginning, talking about 2003 to 2013, she was regarded by the Women Tennis Player Association as the #1 Indian tennis player, and she was the first Indian woman to play a single and get to the top position. She is our personality of the week, and she is a successful Indian tennis player. Away from that, moving straight to the event that happened in the World of Champions League this past week. Well, I definitely know Kenny doesn't want us to talk about this. because the first team I'm going to talk about is Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
Defeated 2-0 by Atalanta.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about this? Well, Salah is back, Mane is back. Not disputing the fact that Van Dijk is still out, and a lot of your wonderful players. But don't you think this is really bad for the reputation of Liverpool Football Club?
It is very really bad about the reputation of Liverpool. At least talking about Liverpool at Anfield, home and home defeat at that, it's a long one, and that's why I really want to talk about it.
Yeah, and I feel Atlanta is just helping me to retaliate for what you guys did to us years back, talking about FC Barcelona. And don't worry, very soon we are coming back, and the damage we would cause you would be more than what Atalanta has done.
Okay, let's wait till then.
All right,
see what I'm talking
no
about.
problem. Away from that, FC Barcelona defeated Dynamo Kiev 4-0. Regarding the fact that their key man Lionel Messi and Frankie de Jong were arrested, and Piqué is out on injury. Even Sergio Busquets is also out. What do you have to say? Do you think Barcelona is back?
Barcelona is not back anymore.
I know you will make jest of us actually.
Barcelona is not back, really. Beating those
Dynamo Kiev.
Dynamo Kiev has not been a big team.
I see.
So you can't just say you defeated Dynamo Kiev and say you're on top of it. You're not on top of any game. Even when you meet Chelsea will lose your heart, and Chelsea are on the top now.
Okay, I'm proud to tell you Barcelona has qualified from the group stage, and Liverpool is still struggling to even gain qualification.
Liverpool is not struggling.
Oh, because have you qualified?
No, we'll qualify eventually because other 2 matches left. It's guaranteed.
I like your word.
I only have a point to qualify.
A point?
A point.
Don't worry, I will be here to tell you the sad news. Don't worry,
I'm going to qualify.
Also, Juventus was able to carve out a narrow win against Ferenc because Morata scored at the 90th minute. So surprising, and I was shocked Juventus would lose the game after a wonderful goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, and Morata scored at the dying minute of the game. I think that is surprising, and that is one of the good news UEFA Champions League has to deliver. Away from that, moving to the games that will be happening this weekend in the Premier League, Spanish La Liga, and the Bundesliga. Chelsea would be playing against Tottenham Hotspur. That is Frank Lampard against Jose Mourinho.
Former coach.
How do you feel about the game?
No, Chelsea has already done that before.
Okay.
I think last season.
Okay.
Where Frank Lampard faced Jose Mourinho, he defeated him. But I'm not sure about that this weekend. But one thing I'm sure about is I told you when we were discussing earlier. I said if Chelsea could defeat Tottenham, that would make them one of those contenders to the trophy. But if he fails to defeat Tottenham, I'm telling you, the name will not be there.
I see. So the battle is the survival of the fittest.
Yes.
And the person who happens to carve out the win stands so high in the contending for the trophy English Premier League.
Of course.
All right. Let's wait for the weekend to see what the news has to say. All right. Coming from the world of Spanish La Liga, Valencia will be playing against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Valencia will be hosting Atletico Madrid. And also Inter would be playing against Sassuolo. Inter is a very wonderful team, but apparently they've been so weak, and we really don't know what they have to do after their disappointing game
against the Real Madrid.
So sad actually. All right, how we go on the show today? Part of our tribute to late Diego Armando Maradona. We will be asking you just a question, and the first 5 people to get the correct answer to our comment box would get something from Sport Update. And the question is, what was Maradona's first football team, his debut jersey number, and his total career goals? I repeat, what was Maradona's first football team, his debut jersey number, and his total career goals? I'm sure you would want to make attempt to getting our gift. So if you really want to do this, just drop your answer in our comment box, in our comment section, and we will get in touch with you. Don't forget, as you go into the new week, stay fit and enjoy the best of sports. I remain Ogunleye Pelumi.
I'm Fayemi Kehinde.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.